Poschetti!
I'm on a set of Generation Iron, and I'm taking my new favorite supplement, Game Face. I used to take Alpha Brain, but it's twice as strong, and I'm a big nootropic guy, and I need it when I do films like this. So, like me, I think you should get your Game Face on. Welcome! Holy shit. What's going on? Talking smack right here, baby. Yeah. Boy, it's been a fucking couple weeks since I've done Talkin Smack. I've had a lot of little bullshit I've had to take care of with the health and everything. I'm doing better, so relax with that. Anyway, before we start, hold on. We have to talk about the Game Face because that's who's promoting this show. So if that bothers some of you guys, skip it, alright? But Game Face is what I do take, and I've been taking it way before it was even on the market, alright, my friend? Let me give it a spiel. My friends, a guide, and I know, two brothers who have nothing to do with bodybuilding. It's not a bodybuilding supplement. This is something you could give somebody in your family that has a little chigad. You know what I mean? Starting to lose their marbles a little bit. You got to make sure first, always clear it with the doctor, because I'm not a doctor, but this is great for even like Alzheimer's. I'm telling you, this shit it is a brain booster. These are strong. There's mushroom extract, and this ain't like fucking that bullshit on it that Joe Rogan takes, and it's put out by Alpha Brain. Sorry, okay. It's GameFaceSupplements.com. I think I don't know. I think you can get it on eBay too. But the thing is with that, it's a smart drug. It is a legal smart drug, but this one is gray market because we can't even sell it on Amazon. And I say we because I'm friends with the guys and I'm trying to help us out. They're promoting this. They pay Joe to do this. Okay, so I'm not fucking, but I believe in this supplement for real. It's one of the only things I really do take because I'm older, man. I'm 60 years old. Okay, I'll be looking for my glasses and they're right here. I'll be looking for my phone and I'm still on it. You know what I mean? I'll be looking for my keys and they're in my hand. It's just, dude, when you get older, that's what happens, So I need something to boost the brain. Now you see like Prevagen and all these other brain boosters. You see this shit on TV. They're all like fucking made from Ugats, This shit is so strong you can't even sell it on Amazon. You can't sell this shit on Amazon. Why? Because there's ingredients there that are borderline almost like medicines. Alright, one of them, vinpocetine, they use that for Alzheimer's patients. So the brothers, when they had this shit made, they didn't even know that, okay? They're both overweight. They have nothing to do with bodybuilding, okay? But this is nootropics. Google it, nootropics. It can help anybody in your family. Forget about you miss this with a pre-workout and forget about it. You're so zoned in, it's crazy. But by itself, it fucking works. Now, there's a little teeny bit of natural occurring caffeines in there, in a coffee bean extract that's in there. It's not much. It's less than a cup of coffee. Okay, I told them don't put any fucking caffeine in there. But caffeine is a very good nootropic. But we don't want too much. You're not going to fly from taking this. It's very strong, though. I take one pill at a time. In most cases, you're supposed to take 3 pills. Three capsules. 3. But I take one, and then one. I take 3. I do take 3, but I spread it throughout the day because I like to keep it in the brain. Plus, I'm fucking sensitive to shit. If I bite the corner of a Viagra, I get a fucking woody. You know what I mean? Like you won't believe. And it won't go away. So anyway, that's our spiel. Alright? You gotta support. You want to like this show? Support them. You like your fucking brain being smart, or maybe somebody in your family that's got a little chagad, maybe? A little chagad needs to fucking improve their memory, needs to improve their focus? Try it. It fucking works. It's no bullshit. It's too strong for Amazon, bro. So the shit they sell from Amazon is not even as strong as this. There you go.
Why go with sugar-filled pre-workouts? Get your Game Face on and experience true focus all day, every day. This isn't your usual performance pill. These nootropic capsules help you play harder, train better, and focus more. Working out at the gym? Boom. Game Face has you covered. Trying to carry your friends in game? You'll do a lot more than carry. With Game Face, you'll make the enemy rage quit. Need to finish that essay that's due in an hour? You'll wish you found Game Face sooner. A 14-hour car ride with the kids? Don't worry, Game Face will keep you alert the entire time. Try Game Face today and experience a whole new meaning of focus.
Alright, to start off, I'm not going to get political yet. We got to get a little political, okay? Because we're living in a society today, dude, where everything is going on right now. Everything that's going on right now affects you. You're going to change your life. Bad. If the wrong guy gets in. Bad. Because now he's lying. You know? Now Joe Biden will say shit like, you know, there's no more fracking. Listen to me. We don't need to frack. There's no more fracking. There's no more. We don't need the fossil fuels. It's bullshit. Because you got AOC and fucking Bernie Sanders pulling his strings saying, that's right. That's, you know, that's right. You know, Bernie Sanders. But then, now, all of a sudden, because Trump has fucking gained a lot of fucking momentum in the polls, Bernie Sanders, you know, Joe Biden's saying, well, when I said no more fracking, and I'm against it, we're not going to frack, we're not going to get oil anymore, he changed his mind a little bit. He says, well, you know, I didn't mean it like that. And when I said no, you know, we're not going to frack, we're done with fracking, no more fracking, I didn't mean we're done with fracking, no more fracking. I kind of meant it in a different way, you know? Just like when he said defund the police. I didn't mean defund the police. I meant, you know, when I was saying defund the police, I just meant, you know, kind of defund the police. You know, he doesn't, dude, please, his own words, bro, please, just like Nancy Pelosi, what the fuck you think or not, you know, you better wear a mask. Wearing a mask is against the science, and all shit. There she is in a fucking hair salon with no fucking mask on and out in public with no mask on. It's okay for her though, right? It's okay. And after she went and got a little fucking hair done, she came out and she says, you know, you better wear a mask. Wearing a mask is, you know, like Trump. That's fucking irresponsible. He's a bad fucking president because he doesn't wear a mask and he's not telling his people to wear a mask. Just like Fauci sitting in a fucking, in Shea Stadium watching a Met game with no mask on. And then, you know, first he's like, well, I went to take a sip of drink. No, he hadn't. He had it on. He had it off the whole fucking thing. There's many other pictures of him. Then his wife had it off too. So they're both sitting out there with another guy with no mask on. Oh, fucking hypocrites. But I said I wasn't going to start with fucking. So I'm not. I can't hope. Alright. I want to answer a few questions really fast. Andrew Wilson said, Greg, growing up in New York and dealing the babanya, drugs, okay, in the 1980s and 90s, do you ever have any contact with the Italian Mafia? If so, I think it would be really interesting to hear your experience and take on La Cosa Nostra. Alright, listen to me. In New York. Yes. They've had a lot of... Unfortunately, I've had a lot of fucking... contact with guys, let's just say, okay? And I was in with somebody who was very famous in the Mafia, okay? And he went to prison for a long time for murder. I can't really fucking say too much, guys, because now the fucking people are out and I don't need nobody coming after me. Do you understand what I'm saying? Even Junior Gotti, I sat with him once. We're not friends, so don't think I'm not trying to say that. But me and another guy, a guy that he knew, we were all in Scores. Now, this is a long fucking time ago. Scores strip club, okay? And my boy was friends with him. Junior Gotti didn't know who I was. He just, you know, he knew like I was jacked and shit. You know, like he was like, you know, we small talk. But I don't like to get around those guys because I'm going to be honest with you. If you saw the ESPN special with me, one of them tried to kill me. You know what I mean? And I don't need that shit, bro. You know, I'm lucky. My partner in gym and everybody. I got to watch what I say, but let's just put it this way. When you're around those guys, they could kiss you on your cheek and tell you how great you are and you're their best friend. And as soon as you walk away, they'll be like, I want that motherfucker dead. I'm just telling you. So, to answer your question, who asked me that? Andrew Wilson. Yeah, I had a lot of experience. Dude, to be honest with you, though, I had more experiences with the Latin Kings. And they're no fucking joke either. They're bad dudes, bro. You don't want to fucking ever get them fucking pissed. They'll kill you too. So, listen. You know, some of you guys, you watch this shit, and you see these wise guys or gangbangers and stuff. Okay? And you see, like, the glory of that. But they're all fucking, first of all, they hate rats, but yet most of them are all rats. Like Sammy the Bull. Look at him. He killed guys because they ratted. Meanwhile, he was the biggest rat ever. Okay? Gregory Scarpa. Go Google him. Fucking dude, he was maybe one of the most feared hitmen ever in a Mafia. Ever. As a matter of fact, he's the one who went, that movie Burning, Mississippi Burning, and they couldn't find out who the guys were that killed those 3 workers. Okay, the KKK guy. They sent Greg Scarpa down there. Did you notice? They sent the Mafia guy down there, Mafia hitman down there, to get answers. And he got a hold of one of the KKK guys, and he brought him into in a little cabin in the woods, and he tortured him, and he had all the fucking names of all the high-ups in KKK, had all the fucking guys who whacked those 3 workers that were there. Okay, Mississippi Burn. That was Greg Scarpa, bro. And these guys are and he was a fucking rat. Look at Whitey Bulger. He was a fucking rat. You don't understand. They all ratted. And you gotta watch them. They're like pit bulls. One minute you're petting them and they're your little, they're your little pet. And the next minute you walk in the room and they're looking at you funny. And now they're growling at you and they're ready to fucking eat you. I had a friend whose dog was so fucking bad, bro. It was a pit bull. He was a wise guy. It went over his fucking house, alright? And this fucking pit bull, one day, dude, he have to put it in the basement because the fucking thing was crazy, bro. It was fucking crazy. He brought it down in the basement, right? Whenever somebody would be over there, because you couldn't control it, even his kids. I told him, why have a dog like that? That's not a dog. It's like having a lion in your house. And this fucking thing was huge. And he gave us steroids. Him and his brother gave this fucking dog steroids. They would hit it with a 2x4, and the fucking thing would break 2x4 in half. It was fucking crazy. And fucking one day he came home, and there was blood everywhere, all over the fucking house. And he goes outside, and he sees the dog is on the porch at the back of the house, right? And he's chewing. His leg is gone. He ripped his own leg off and was eating his own leg. Was chewing on it like a bone. And it was his blood. My friend went in there, got the gun, and he had to shoot him. He shot the dog right there on the porch. He killed him. Because they say, I don't know, this is what he told me. They say that when a dog has cancer and it snaps in the brain, that's what it does. It'll literally eat it. It was eating its own leg. I seen a rat do that once. I saw a rat eat its own fucking tail to get out of a trap. It's in my house. You saying, oh, we would have got rats in the house? No. Once in a while, you leave the garage door open or something, and fucking something comes in, a mouse. But this was a big fucking rat. You know what I mean? It snuck in the house a long time ago, bro. But the thing is, it bit its fucking tail off. I caught it in a trap. It bit its tail off, and then it went through the hole, like where the fucking pipe is, and I could hear it scraping through, dragging the trap. I could hear like going through the wall, like that. The trap was great because he bit his leg off. He was trying to bite the fucking tail off. Tail was half off, but he saw me come because I had a fucking shovel. I was going to smack him, and he went through the hole in the wall. He died in the wall. It fucking stunk, bro. It fucking stunk. I can give you another thing. I knew somebody who had an infestation. I don't know how we're getting on this, right? We went from fucking, did you ever hang out with Mafia guys? But I got to tell you this anyway. It's just a fucking great story. It's a great way to kill if you have rats and shit. I know this fucking person. I'm not going to say it was a woman, actually, okay? She had rats. Fucking large, rotten, fucking dirty fucking rats. Infestation in her walls of her house. Now, not an apartment, but she actually lived in a house. But she lived out in the boondocks, like in a country house. And there was water there. And woods. You get mixed water, woods, high grass, and a fucking old fucking house. It was like from the 1800s, and now it's your house, and you got a basement and shit. You're asking for rats, okay? So she had rats, not mice, rats in a wall. She couldn't kill them, no matter how she had fucking, she got like, exterminators and everything. They fucking couldn't kill it. You know what they did? You know what she did? She's fucking ingenious. The most smartest thing I ever fucked her in my life. Well, one of those smartest things. By the way, look, Rocky Marciano. Yeah, that's my boy. And he would have knocked out fucking Ali. I don't want to hear shit. Anyway, they had a computer fight in Ali, and he knocked out Ali. I know some of you Ali fans. I love Ali too, so either way, it was fun to think about it. Anyway, and no, it's not a racist thing, a white against black. I liked Marciano growing up. Anyway, so you know what this woman did? Check this out. It's fucking ingenious. She cut a hole in the wall. She took a swimming pool pipe, swimming pool hose like this. You know, she stuck it to the exhaust on her car, and then stuck the fucking hose in the wall. As she let her car run for like 6 hours, she went out shopping in another car, let it run for like 6 hours, let that exhaust just go through the fucking walls. It killed every fucking rat. No rat would ever come back. It's just fucking, when you kill that nest like that, and other rats sense that, she killed every fucking rat in the house. Now, the only problem is, she had to fumigate the house, because you gotta watch, because if any of that fucking shit lingers, it could kill you if you go to bed and shit at night. But, it worked. She got rid of all the rats. I thought you guys might like that story. Well, it was a pretty good story. Okay. Another question from Luke Byrne. Oh, let me just say. So I did have a lot of... I knew a lot about Mafia guy, dude. I almost got killed by one of them. I'm not going to bring names up. He's very famous. Very, 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 very famous. I'm not going to bring any more. I'm not going to tell you any more about it. I've talked about this before, but I'm not going to bring names into it. And I also had a lot of things with the... I had a good reporter with the Latin Kings. We got along good. Greg, for Luke Burns. Greg, how is your missing link holding up? Did she manage to dodge the covert? Hope, as for your sake, brother. Okay. Hope so far, for your sake. Okay. So listen. The missing link, I'm going to do a story. Since I've told, that's my mother-in-law. Okay, call it a missing link. She was just here. Just left about a half hour ago. Listen to me. I got fucking phenomenal stories about her. Phenomenal. She's insane. Crazy shit follows her. Okay? Crazy shit follows me. Anybody who knows me personally will tell you that. Okay? But regardless. So I got a great story. I'm not going to tell it here. I'm probably going to tell it on my channel, because I'm going to do a little thing on my channel too about how I eat. I'm going to show you something different. It's just a little thing. Okay? Little thing. So get ready to... If you're not on my channel, go subscribe to Gregg Valentino on here. And get ready, because I'm going to give you good stories. Alright, I'm going to try to do a little more. It's hard, guys, because I'm still recuperating. So that's the, actually, is that the next question, Greg? No, wait, I don't know if you got this question. I'm back on it. Crazy. Well, somebody asked me, how the fuck you doing, mate? If you go back to, oh, yeah, it's... Is it Milk H2O? Milk to H2O, I think it is. I don't know if you got this question, but did your life go back to normal yet? Crazy times, the coronavirus. Would you ever send your kids to school while the coronavirus is here? My life is somewhat back to normal. I still got to go through a lot of tests. I got to make sure there's no more cancer. I got a lot of scar tissue in my throat. So it constantly feels like there's two fingers down on the right side of my throat. Remember, I got a huge cut here, okay? But that was to take out lymph nodes. That had nothing to do. The throat, I mean, it had to do with the throat, because they were afraid the cancer in the throat could go into the lymph nodes. So they took them out right here, okay? So I got a huge scar from behind my ear all the way here. And, and there's still like a weird, I can't explain to you the weird feeling I get. But down my throat, they take out both your tonsils, because the cancer was on the tonsils, okay? They took out both my tonsils. I did not have tonsillitis. So it was cancer, and it was big. It was a big fucking thing. And then I had a growth. And then they took out a muscle in my throat and something else. Fucking back of my throat. And so now there's scar tissue on this side. Because remember, I had 3 surgeries in 5 weeks. 3! with bad bleeding. So, you know, I feel like I got 2 fingers down my throat at all times. But supposedly that's going to go away eventually. It's scar tissue. But I also have issues with the diabetes. You know, I'm close to being a diabetic 1. You know, they changed my number. You know, I just take 2 cortisone shots, 1 in this hand, 1 in this hand. So I'm all right. I'm doing good. All right. I did dodge the COVID. Wait, knock on wood. Even though they stuck me in a COVID unit, okay, you could go to you go to my channel and watch my coronavirus story. You'll see. It was very fucked up. But to me, that proves that the coronavirus, it's mostly the doctors fucking that are giving that shit to you. You know what I mean? Because, you know, if you go beat it at home, you could probably beat that shit. What kills people is the fuck going to the doctor. But anyway, so there you go. So thank you, Milk H2O. Alright, and this is probably my last question, and then I'm going to get into my other rant. Okay, my political bullshit. So if some of you guys are going to be bothered by that, that's the time to vamos. As in get the fuck out of here, or just simmer down. Simmer the fuck down. Alright, Joshua Legati. Who's one of my boys here, man. Okay? He's one of my boys here. He's always supporting me, and I appreciate this, Joshua. Joshua asked me, hey, Greg, I have a weird question for you. For a few years now, I've had an extreme fear that I may get cancer. I have been to doctor over 3 times because I would have panic attacks about it. Lately, I've been able to kind of control it. Seeing you had cancer, how did you deal with that? And my fear from it isn't I might die, but I'll be leaving my family behind. Listen to me, Joshua. Stop worrying about things that never even happened yet. What's wrong? Come on, bro. You know, I'm going to be honest with you. The cancer, I didn't like hearing it. Okay, obviously, it bothered me. But that's not what really bothered me. Was the fucking the cure, having to go through the operation and knowing that they're gonna knock you out. And you remember, if you go to my channel, Gregg Valentino, on here, and watch my coronavirus story, and watch there's like 2 or 3 videos I put up about this whole cancer shit. If you go to that thing and you see what they did to me, I think it's like the COVID, bro. It's sometimes the fucking cure is worse than the fucking disease. Now, of course, you can't let cancer go because it can spread, and once it spreads, okay. Steve Jobs would tell you that if he was still alive. That's the problem with him. He had the fucking pancreas cancer, and it was operable. Okay, they could have operated at it early enough, and it was in a spot where they could have took it out. But he started all this holistic shit, and, eat some sea cucumber and all this other shit. Massive doses of vitamin C mixed with fucking, NAC and all this other CLA and all whatever the fuck. Get out of here with that shit. It doesn't work. He fucking realized that at the end. It's like Bob Marley. Smoke a lot of weed, that shit helps. And no, it doesn't. Bob Marley died of cancer, and he first got it on his toe, and then it spread. Okay? Listen to me. So, getting the surgery and having it, like, all this shit they did to me. I won't go into the whole spin. Just watch my video on my thing about what they did to me. Okay? That's what really fucking kills me. And that's what I have panic, anxiety about what they did to me. Now, as far as you dealing with this shit, you gotta stop that. What's wrong with you? You can't worry about shit that didn't happen. There's more of a chance. What happens if you go down the street and fucking get hit by a car? You drive your car off the fucking road or something like that. I don't know, you know what I mean? You're worried about that? What are you worried about that for, Joshua? That's a flaw in you that you're making yourself. You're almost like creating the situation in your brain. You're better than that. What's wrong with you? You're banging your head against the wall over something that hasn't even happened. Christ almighty, and if it does happen, you get through it. When you say you're not afraid to die, but you're afraid of leaving your family behind, well, of course dude, your family will be fine. It's you who's, you know what I mean? No, they won't be able to take it if I did. Well, no, of course nobody wants a family member to die. And nobody could deal with that shit. You understand? But you can't be beating yourself up over shit that hasn't happened. I mean, come on, man. That's wrong. Okay? That's wrong to do that to yourself. Stop it. Think better of yourself than that. You're one of these people like, oh my God, like if I win the lottery, what happens? And my aunt and uncle, is going to come to me and ask me for money. And what are you worrying about stupid shit like that for? It hasn't happened. You don't have cancer. You may never get cancer. Do you ever think of that? You may never get cancer. Not everybody gets cancer, bro. You should worry about what happens if I take all these steroids? Well, I get a fucking heart attack. And I'm going to tell you, if you do have cancer, you start taking growth hormone and all those things. That's like throwing kerosene on a fire. As Dave Palumbo, but that. Okay? You could have a heart attack from taking steroids. You could get, what most of these bodybuilders are dying from? Isn't it ironic? They're all getting dying from kidney problems. Kidney, heart, liver. They're all connected. Forget about it. So stop worrying about fucking shit like that. Steroids ain't going to give you cancer. But they can fuck up your kidneys, and they can fuck up your blood pressure, which shuts your kidneys down, and then turn your heart goes, and then there goes your fucking liver, everything. They all go. The heart, once the fucking kidneys go, the liver gets fucked up. Once the liver goes, the kidneys get fucked up. It's all fucking, they're all related. Worry about that. Well, don't worry about that. You seem to be worried about too much. But I'm saying that I don't understand it, Listen to me. And if guys are taking insulin, you're a real fucking momo. You gotta watch that shit. But, regardless, just live your life, okay? You can't change yesterday. It's gone. Today, that's it. You can only live for the here and the now, that's it. 5 minutes ago was history, okay? It's never gonna happen again. It's in the books. Okay? There's only the here and the now. Tomorrow's not promised to anybody. We don't know. Okay? You can plan for the future, but you can never fucking predict it. So just live your life. Live your life. And today they got a lot of good cancer therapies out there. And most of the time, the reason why people die is from cancers because they don't get it right away. Or they sit around and they fucking think, I could take large doses of vitamin C and, mixed with NAC and HMB and all this other bullshit. Is that? That's not going to fucking do it. Then you're fucking asking for trouble. But you're going to be okay, Joshua. Stop fucking stressing shit that hasn't happened. Alright? Alright, there you go. Alright, time to get a little bit about today's goings on. A little bit political, a little bit serious here. Guys, we're in a fucking crazy fucking time, man. I got a quote here today. It's Black Lives Matter. Is racism masking itself as anti-racism. That's what Black Lives Matter is. Okay? Black Lives Matter don't give a shit about black people. It gives a shit about select black people. Do you understand what I'm saying? But it doesn't give a shit about black people. It's not helping black people. On the contrary. Okay? They're working with Antifa. A bunch of spoiled little rich white fucking kids. Okay? Who were spoiled. Alright? Recently, like that guy they got, Commander Red, who was a fucking Antifa kid. Cried like a bitch when they arrested him. Balled up into a ball. Like a fucking fetal position. Meanwhile, he's out there with a flamethrower. And getting violent. Okay? BLM and even Antifa are both racism. They are racism. Masking themselves as anti-racism. Now, everybody sees things differently, guys. Everybody. There's people here who are like, absolutely not, okay? You're a racist saying that shit. I'm not a racist, but I don't give a shit what you think. You want to think I'm a racist guy? I don't give a fuck. Alright? You're the racist. Alright? People point the finger at other people. It's because that's them. It's like the Democrats calling everybody a fucking racist and all this shit. Trump, KKK. It's because you fuckers are from the KKK. I mean, Jesus Christ. We all know that fucking Joe Biden, okay, was with that guy Robert Byrd, who was a fucking, he wasn't the Grand Wizard. So fact checkers say now he was not the Grand Wizard, but he was the leader. Whatever. And he was the #1 recruiter for the KKK. And that was Joe Biden's boy. That was his mentor. But Joe Biden's not a racist. No. You know, Joe Biden says, I'm not going to bring my kids up in a fucking jungle school, you know, regular schools or jungles and shit like that. You know, all this shit he says. Forget him anyway. Okay? Listen to me. Everybody sees things differently. When I was 24, it was a long time ago. I'm 60, so you do the math. You know, back in like 84. I went in the police academy. Now, a lot of you people don't know. I'm not going to even go into it. But for 2 years, you know, I worked for the police department. Okay? Worcester County. I don't like to talk about it too much. I don't know why. But anyway, when I was in the police academy, I remember they had a thing. This guy came in. We're talking. And, you know, we're in our class there. And our instructor was there. I think it was Lieutenant Libator. I can't remember who was. He was the head of the fucking class. The head of the school. Anyway, he goes fucking walking in. And all of a sudden, this guy comes in to talk to him in front of the class, right? They talk for about 2 minutes, and the class is to sit there and you watch. And then he comes out. He grabs something. He takes something off the desk, and then he writes something on the board, and he walks out. Now, we're all told, okay, did you see the guy that just walked in? I want you all to write down exactly what he did, exactly what he looked like, description from head to toe. I want to know what he looks like. And there were people, like let's say the guy came in, let's say it was me that came in, and I got this little shit here, right, and the glasses, and I got my black fucking shirt on, it's the fucking Ride and Die from fucking Chaos Nutrition. I got this, I go in, I shake the guy's hand, I say a few words to him, I say hello to the fucking people in a classroom, I write something on the board, and I leave. Now he asked, what did that guy look like? There were people who said he had blonde hair. There were some people who said he had glasses on. Some people said he didn't have glasses on. Some people would say, great. No, that guy was short. He had he had glasses on. Some people say, no, he had sunglasses on. Some people say he didn't have a beard. He was clean shaved. Some people said he was clean. Some people say he had a plaid shirt on. Some people say, no, he had a black shirt on. It said Ride and Die on it. Some people said he had blonde hair on his head. Other people say, no, he's got a bald head. Other people say, no, he had little shaving fucking whiskers up there. Everybody came with a different description. Did he shake his hand? No, he didn't shake his hand. Yes, he did shake his hand. The only thing they got right was he wrote something on the board because it was still there. See? So what I'm trying to say is, and then the guy came back in, and you know, we all see what he really looked like. This is after we all had to write down the description of, you know, what did he look like, what happened, the whole scenario. Do you understand? In some cases, he come in, say something to the teacher, say something to the students, open up a drawer, take something out, and not write something down. Whatever. You know, I've heard all different things he did, but when I was there, that's what he did. So now, you have to come and you have to write down everything. Everybody saw something different. Everybody. And that's the way it is today. I don't understand it. Joe Biden says, if you vote for me, I'm going to raise your taxes. You better be aware of that. That's a fact. I will raise your taxes. Now he's saying, well, I didn't say that. But here's the videotape of you saying that. And other people will say, yeah, but he said that, but he didn't mean it. You know, just, it's, everybody sees things different. And it's mind-boggling. You know, I remember the class, we would have to discuss this too, and then we were arguing. No, he did not have a pleasure. No, those were sunglasses. Now he had glasses on. No, those were, you know, and nobody fucking, you know, until, okay, let's bring him back in. And here he's standing there. Did he have sneakers on? No, he had shoes on. He had work boots on. Everybody saw something different. That was a trick. That was what they do. That was one of the things that they did in the Westchester County Police Academy. Okay, so I'm just telling you. Okay? That was a trick they did. It was back 1984. But what I'm trying to say is that's the way it is in politics, bro. Everybody sees something different. You can sit there and watch Joe Biden say, fuck you all, I'm going to fucking, like when he said, I'm going to, you know, if we need to shut down, I'll shut it down again. Hey, when I interviewed him later after that, after Trump railed him for it, he said, well, I didn't really mean it like that. I meant like, you know, if they, you know, like if that's the science and the facts and everything. Dude, you said what you said. It doesn't matter. Everybody sees things different. There's people who see it that way too. He didn't do that, you know. It's like that guy Kyle Rittenhouse who went and fucking, dude. The guy who was shot was grabbing a gun barrel. Okay, like this. He had it like this in his, up against his chest. And Rittenhouse just pulled the trigger like this. If he wasn't trying to pull a gun out of Rittenhouse's hand after he beat him with a fucking kickball, he kicked him and beat him with a fucking, with a fucking skateboard and everything, and tried to get the gun out of his hand so he could shoot him, okay, he would be alive today. The other guy standing there with a gun goes to pull a gun on Kyle Rittenhouse. He shoots him in the arm. The guy drops the gun. He is not in trouble for carrying a gun, but Kyle Rittenhouse is in trouble. Okay, so everybody sees it different. Okay, killed the guy, you shot the other guy in the head. But that's because that other guy, I saw a video 5 minutes before, was like, yo, shoot me, motherfucker, shoot me. And he was violent. He was fucking violent. He was a pedophile and violent. Okay, and he went after Rittenhouse. He was trying to beat him and shit, and then Rittenhouse heard a shot ring out, and he just shot him. Dude, it's self-defense. That's my opinion. You might have a different opinion. See, that goes back to we see things differently. You watch the same video and you'll say, no, that's not something. Look at that. Okay, other people say, no. Now, it's definitely true. The kid should not have been there. He crossed state lines. He brought a gun. He was only 17 years old. He should not have been there. He had a right to have that gun, but he should not have been there. Okay, he should have stayed home. But, before that, he was helping people that were hurt. That doesn't mean anything, though. That doesn't give you the right to kill anybody. All right? What I'm trying to say to you is this. You could watch the same video I did and see a totally different thing. Gabish? You could see a totally different situation. That's the problem, okay? We're all different, but to me, there's some people who are blind to what really is. So that's the point I'm trying to make. I'm not saying that kid is good or bad. I do look at his self-defense because they were beating the shit out of him. He tripped. They were jumping on him, kicking him and everything. And one guy hits it again. They're beating him with a fucking skateboard, and he shot them. Okay, out of panic, out of fear, he believed they would have killed him. And if that guy didn't hold the gun barrel like this, trying to pull it away from him, he wouldn't have got shot in the fucking gut. Okay, he tried to pull the gun away. So, again, I'm not sitting there. I don't want to see anybody die, to be honest with you. I don't want to see, and I don't condone anybody's death. Okay? But the point of the matter is we all see things differently, and that's what the part of the problem is. I sit there sometimes in this shit that comes out of Joe Biden's mouth, and the fact that he's falling asleep, and he's so fucked up. Okay, and he's had 47, 48 years in public service. Why didn't you fix shit back then? You're the one who made it fucked up for Donald Trump to have to fix it. But people don't see it that way. They don't see it that way. Barack Obama fucking sending, what was it, $800 billion to fucking Iran. Trump took the money back. But people don't see that shit. People sit there and say, yeah, but it's okay. Meanwhile, fuck the Jews in Israel. That's Obama. I don't understand it. I don't understand how there's a Jew on this planet who actually fucking thinks that, the Democrats are good who are against Israel. And the fucking, whatever. But look, that's not, it's not, listen. My grandfather, I'm going to get to think about the reparations for slavery, because that's fucking bullshit. I ain't paying nobody nothing. My family was in Israel. Jesus Christ, I said Israel. My family was in Italy, okay? We were in Italy back then. And this shit happened 160 years ago. Bro, you guys, none of you motherfuckers alive, okay? First of all, most blacks today have fucking white blood in them down the road. And a lot of it's because the slave masters were banging the slaves. This is a fact. Sorry. Okay? But reparations, I'm going to pay you for something you had nothing to do with, that you didn't put fucking 1/4 where, that fucking generations and generations ago, you took it 160 years ago. Alright? I'll get this. This brings me to my story. My father's father, my father's grandfather, who is my father's father's father, would be my great-grandfather. You got that? Valentino. My father's grandfather, who's my father's father's father, my great-grandfather, went to prison for 25 years for murder. Okay? 25 years for murder. And the reason why is because he had a friend that owed him money from a gambling debt. And when he went to collect, they met like outside this bar, I think in an alleyway or something like that, and a guy brought another guy with him, his friend here, and instead of fucking giving my grandfather the money that he owed him, he pulled a gun on my grandfather, and my grandfather pulled the gun out of his hands and shot him and killed him, right? The other guy ran away, and he told the cops that my grandfather was the one who just, brought the gun and shot and killed the guy, and it wasn't true. So my grandfather wound up going to jail on the word of this other guy who was friends with the guy who owed my grandfather money. So my grandfather, when he went to prison, talking like 1900 and shit. My great-grandfather. When my grandfather was young, he had to go to work when he was like 9, 10 years old to help feed the family, because there was like 10 of them, you know what I mean? And he had to help feed the family. And that back then, that's what happened. Kids went to work when they were like 5, 6 years old sometimes. It was crazy. Boys, especially boys, had to help the family because his mother, who couldn't even speak English, my great-grandmother who could not speak English, all right? She lived to be 98 years old. I met her when I was, she died when I was like fucking 4 years old, 6 years old, something like that. Anyway, she could speak English, so she needed help. She lost the house, she lost everything. They were out on the street in poverty. They lost everything. They took all my grandfather's money, my great-grandfather's money. They took everything from him. The house, everything. He lost everything. Okay? Lost everything. All because of the word from this fucking one guy. So now, the guy who he killed his friend on his deathbed, recanted his story. He said, listen, I gotta tell you the truth, Valentino, Paul's name, Paul Valentino did not kill. He killed in self-defense, all right? I don't know the guy's name he killed, but he killed him in self-defense. That guy, that guy brought the gun. Paul Valentino grabbed it out of his hands and shot him and killed him. Said they freed my grandfather. He had a retrial and they freed him, okay? But now it's too late. It's 25, he did 25 years. His little kids are now grown adults with families of their own. You understand? I want reparations. I want that family to pay what my family lost. All the money that we lost. All the money they took illegally from us. That could happen. I don't really want reparations. But to me, that's as stupid it is. For you to tell me that some slaves, who maybe you were your descendants, and that, my grandfather, that was fucking, maybe 100 years. My great-grandfather, that was around 100 years ago. Maybe a little bit less. Maybe like 1905 or something. I don't know what the fuck it was. But, that was around close to 100 years ago. You're talking 160 years ago. That's when it ended. So I don't want to hear any of this bullshit, bro. Okay? I don't want to hear any of it. I don't want to hear that shit, reparations or any of that stuff. You get paid for what you do. Not what your fucking great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfathers. Why don't we give money to the fucking descendants for the people who fucking built the pyramids? Well, that's not the same, because that's from Egypt. These are slaves. First of all, not every state in this fucking country had slaves. New York, that's why they all wanted to come up north. Because it was freedom up here. It was the South. And it was only a handful of states that had that shit. Alright? And it was sold into slavery. We didn't go to Africa with big fishnets. Look, I got me a black. You know what I mean? It wasn't like that. They didn't go over there with giant butterfly nets and catching them. They went there because the leader of the tribe, he gave him a handful of knives and forks and some fucking shit like that. He said, oh shit. Take him, and I can't stand that motherfucker. Take him. They got rid of the dreads of the fucking tribe, the ones that they didn't like, or the ones that they captured from other tribes. I have nothing to do with that, bro. None of you have anything to do with that. Even you blacks that are alive now, you have nothing to do with that. Okay? I gave you that story about my grandfather just to show you. I don't feel like that family owes my family anything. That was fucking how many years ago? But technically, if we were in fucking Albania, then that shit happened. They'd want to kill that family for lying and causing, you know what I mean? Because they have an eye for an eye law over there. It's just, guys, it's out of control today, bro. It's out of control. So, and listen, some of you guys might be, dude, what are you, racist? Talk like that? Look, listen to me. Again, my children come from slavery, okay? My children, their mother The mother's father's black is black, okay? So, trust me. They came from slavery and a slave plantation in Georgia. My kids did the DNA and everything. They're from like Ghana and all these other places, you know what I mean, in Africa. My kids. My girlfriend is immigrant Mexican. All right? Her mother, who I can't stand, is immigrant. You know, my whole family, bro. I got Muslims living here now, just temporarily with me. They're my cousins, okay? And he's married to a Muslim girl who wears a hijab. Very religious, okay? I actually have two in my family. One's from Pakistan, and the other's from Lebanon. The one from Lebanon, they don't live here, but they've been here for a long time. My God, he's been married to her since 1980. All I'm trying to tell you is, okay, and I got gay, lesbian, transgender. My cousin died of AIDS, all right? I don't want to hear any bullshit, and I love all of them, like you wouldn't believe, all of them. I love them. I don't judge anybody by their skin color, their religion, their sexual identity. I don't fucking give a shit what any of them do or say. I judge them by their heart. I know so many great black people, it's not funny, okay? I know so many, it's like Italians. There's great guys who are Italian, and then there's Guinea bastards. Low-life fucking Guinea bastards who I can't stand, okay? And don't think because of Mafia guy, I'm not down with that shit. I'm not down with that. I don't want to hear that shit. When that kid from Howard Beach ran after those black kids, he took it a long time ago, I forgot his name. But, you know, like 30 years ago, this fucking big story in New York. Some Italian kids from Howard Beach chased a bunch of black guys, and one ran into, traffic, and he beat him with a bat and all this other shit, and he killed him. Dude, you think I was rooting for the black guy? I don't give a shit about fucking because they're Italian. Let me tell you something. You know who the first one who fucked me? You know who fucked me the hardest in my life? Another Italian. Okay? Judas. We all know who kills more blacks. Other blacks. Right? We all know that. What's going on in Chicago? Is it a bunch of white people? No. No. It's not that. You know that, bro. You know that. If you hate cops, it's because you're a fuckhead. No cop's gonna sit there and give you if you got a speeding ticket tomorrow, it's because you were fucking speeding. It wasn't because a cop was sitting there bored. And there goes a guy going 20 miles an hour, and he goes, you know what, I'm going to get this motherfucker. I'm just going to lie and say he was speeding. Now, I'm sure some of you, there's probably a few of you who are going to tell me, no, that's bullshit. I was in the car once with my... Oh, simmer down. There's road cops, too, and there's pricks. There's pricks in everything. But if you're going to judge a guy because he wears a uniform, okay, because wears blue, if you're going to judge that shit, then you should be judged. It's not right, bro. We're all equal. There's my mother-in-law there barking. We're all equal, bro. I don't give a shit. I'm about pluralism. You may hear me say stuff that you consider, like, dude, that's like what I just said about the fucking slaves and the reparations. Who? You do the work, you get paid. You don't do the work just because somebody down the road that's fucking like 10 generations from you did fucking had to bust their ass in a fucking field. That's not your problem. That's not my problem. You shouldn't get paid for that. Then I should get paid for the family who caused my great-grandmother to lose her house and everything because they lied. Again, if this was fucking Albanians, they kill a fucking guy. Hey, 100 years ago, you made my great-grandmother lose money. Like this, you know? Look, this election is coming up, bro. It's about people, okay? It's about what we're going to go through. If you don't listen, now all of a sudden Joe Biden, the violence is bad. Be specific, Joe. Why don't you talk more about it? Now you're only saying this because we ripped you such an ass. Now it's fucking September and you're coming out with that shit. Where the fuck were you in May? When fucking Minnesota was being burnt down. We're June, July, August. Where were you all those times? We're Portland. For 80-something days, as I'm doing this video, 80-something days, that shit's been fucking rioters and fucking... And you're sitting here, they're not rioters, peaceful protests. Where you fucking been, bro? You would say anything right now. Do you understand that? If Barack Obama took out his cock and said, suck my dick, and you'll be the next president of the United States, he'd be like, take it out. You know what I mean? Let me start sucking. It's just, you'll do anything. You're like Kamala Harris, who once said, Joe Biden, you're a racist. And this is back in May. It was only a couple of months ago. Back when the DNC shit was going on. You an apology to black people. And as a matter of fact, she also said she believes that he's a molester. She said, I believe the women that are coming out and talking about him, saying that they raped him, he molested them and everything. She said, I believe it. They're not lying, he's lying. Now all of a sudden, what a great man he is. That's because your lying ass will do anything. You'll lick Donald Trump's fucking butthole if it meant that you get what you want. Because you know that motherfucker, if God forbid Biden wins, you know that motherfucker ain't going to sit on the throne for long. You know that. You smelling, I smell the presidency. That's what it is. Imagine that as president. That's a socialist. We're fucked. Okay? So, this is my political rant. We'll get more to more, but I just like to fucking let you people know. Stand up. Stand up for your fucking rights, bro. But be careful what you say. Because I've said this before, I'm going to say it again. Some of you guys, you got to watch what you say. You can't go around and saying shit. If you put a bumper sticker on your car that says Trump, or you put it out on your front lawn, you might get your house bashed in. Okay? And nobody's going to come. Look at these people, like the people in St. Louis that tried to protect their own home. They're the ones who got arrested, not the fucking filth that was outside. Don't kid yourself. They had guns, the filth. You only saw fucking 30 seconds of that video. Watch the whole thing. They were threatening him. They said, we're going to fucking rape you. We're going to kill your dog. We're coming in that house. You're not going to be able to, we're going to burn it down. Okay? And they were guys with guns. They don't show you that, though, right? You don't hear about that. Stand up for yourself, but know when to, especially if you got a good job, you got to watch what you say. You gotta watch what you say. Play the game. Okay? Rope-a-dope 'em. Play the game. Down the road, you'll win the war. But you gotta play the game first. You gotta sit there and be like, yeah, you're right, yeah. I agree, you're right, If you sit here and you say, Black Lives Matter is a Marxist group, which it is. They even say it. The leaders, that's what I don't understand. The leaders say this. I have black friends that all of a sudden are becoming radicalized. They've been, they hung out all through high school. We went together 50 years. I know these guys went to high school. They dated white chicks and shit like that. Normal, fit in. They listen to rock music. And now all of a sudden they're like, the evil white man, Evil white men. Yet, meanwhile, you got affirmative action. You got Black Entertainment Awards. Can a white person win in Black Entertainment Awards? Nope. Can a Black Miss America? Can a white person enter Black Miss America? Nope. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, you got affirmative action, right? You got BET, a Black Entertainment Network. Can you imagine a white entertainment network? Won't happen. Okay? You got Black Entertainment Awards, the BET Awards. Can a white person win the BET Awards? Nope. You got the United Negro College Fund. Can a white person go to college on the United Negro College Fund? Nope. That's for blacks only, right? Then you got whatchamacallit? You got Black Miss America. Can white girl enter Black Miss America? Nope. You got Ebony Magazine. Can a white person go on be on the cover of just Ebony Magazine? Nope. You got all these things. When a boss says we need to hire more blacks, we need to hire more minorities, that's a racist statement. Okay? Why? Is it because they're better at the job? If they're better at the job, they get the job. But just because somebody's skin color is black or because they got a fucking vagina between their legs doesn't mean that they should get the job over anybody else. Okay? Take a police test. I've talked about this before. Take a fucking police test. Watch what happens. Blacks, minorities, women get ahead of fucking men. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear white men. I don't want to hear that shit. The white man is shit on today. And it's not a racist fucking statement. It's a fact. It's a fact. They can sit here and say shit, white man this or white man that. That's not racist though, right? That's not racist. But if I say it the opposite way, which is the truth, that's racist. And I don't, at this point again, I don't give a fuck what you think of me. If you think I'm for everybody. My family knows how much I love them. That's all that matters. Okay? My kids are mulattoes. Okay? And it doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter to me. I love them. I couldn't love them more. I would die for either one of my children. Okay? And my girlfriend, who's immigrant Mexican. Her mother was deported. Yeah, the missing link. She was deported and brought back. And she was deported under Obama. Okay? And her sister was put in immigration, was put in an ICE detention center. Okay? And you know what's funny? She loved it there. She got all these meals. She got to pick whatever she wanted. They got candy. They watch movies and shit like that. You have no idea. She almost didn't want to leave. I don't want to hear any fucking bullshit. Okay? All the shit kids in cages, that was under Obama. He's the one who built the cages. I don't want to hear any more of that bullshit. Michelle Obama, you're a fucking racist. You're a racist. You're fucking a racist. Always talking about white people, blaming white people for everything wrong with black people. That's a fuck. You're a racist. I'm not blaming black people for anything, but I'm not going to sit here and let filth like that fucking chastise me. All right, listen. And wait, who is it? Wait, where's the fucking clipboard? What did I do with it? I took it out here. All right, and I forgot who it was. One of you guys, the guy who asked the question also, and he said about the kids and the COVID. Would you send your kids to school with COVID? Listen to me. You're killing the kids by leaving them home. You're killing them. And most kids, it's a fact. The kids don't seem to contract that shit like that. And you know what? If every kid has to get tested before they go to school, okay, before they start school, and then they get tested with the fucking, temperature thing, all right? You gotta have, do a little social distancing, whatever. But you gotta put the kids back in school. It's not right. It's not right. And now the new thing is teachers with the virtual school. They don't want parents listening in and see what they're teaching their kids. Why not? What do you got to hide, you motherfuckers? Alright? What do you got to fucking hide? Well, I know what you got to hide. Okay? They're the ones, this Antifa shit, these were all kids who went to college, they're rich kids and shit. They're spoiled. Coronavirus. No, just kidding. I just coughed for the fuck of it. But, I'm just telling you, alright? You can't, everything is so fucking backwards today. It's so fucking backwards. You want to erase history, you want to pull down the statues, you want to burn the flag. These little Antifa kids burn the flag. Get the fuck, if you don't like America, go live somewhere else. Live where it's better. Okay? Go live where it's better. Go to one of these other countries. Go to Russia and burn the flag. Go to China and burn the flag. Watch what happens. Alright? Alright. That's it for this week. Listen to me. I love you guys, man. Alright? But let's be tough. No one to open your mouth. Okay? Zip the fucking lip if at your job. I don't tell you to go stand on a fucking soapbox in front of, Times Square or shit and start preaching, what you really believe. Because you got to watch today. Because somebody else wants to take your right of speech away. But right now, you got to play the game. You got to play possum. You got to rope-a-dope them like Muhammad Ali used to do. Okay? That's what you have to do. Okay? You have to rope-a-dope. Don't let them change your mind. And don't be afraid at the end to speak up. Because right now, unless you're with a crowd that believes the same shit you believe, right now, it's strength in numbers. That's why the Antifa gets to do that shit that they do. It's strength in numbers. Alright? Let's show the strength at the voting poll. I'm sorry if you're against me. You have a right. You like Joe Biden? Vote for him. You have that right. That's your right. But it's also my right to vote for Trump and fucking root for him. We all have the right. You guys don't get a right to take away my fucking freedom of speech, and I'm not taking away yours. I'm just telling you my opinion here. Alright? Alright, gabish. Stop fucking around. Be good to your girl, be good to significant other, be good to your kids, send your fucking kids to school. Stop the fucking, they're not gonna get no corona. Stop fucking around, okay? Stop fucking around. I'll see you guys in the next video. Hey, by the way, listen to me. Don't be so quick to turn off the fucking thing here. Listen to me. If you got a question, even about my personal shit or something that, whether it's bodybuilding or if it's bodybuilding training, we do that for old school training. Chaos Nutritious old school training. But this is, this shit, what the fuck is right? Game Face show, okay? GameFaceSupplements.com. You need that shit. You should get it for somebody in your family. It's a little true God. If you got any questions, ask it. Put it down. I'll answer them. It could be about anything. It could be about Greg. Do you think there's life on Mars? You want to talk about shit? We talk about shit here. This is talking smack. Okay? This is Talking Smack. I know some of you don't like the fucking political shit. That's probably because you don't have the same views as me. It's a simple fucking solution to that. You turn it off. Or skip this part. There you go, right? It's just that simple. You don't have to watch. Nobody's holding a gun to your head to watch. I'm not doing these because I want to be popular on YouTube. I could give two shits. If I wanted to be popular on YouTube, I could have a fucking million followers. Very easily. All I have to do is do videos. I do fucking 2-3 videos a year. You know what I mean? I want to start doing more videos because I want to get some shit out to help you guys. So I'm going to be doing I know you want the story, so I'm going to give you a story. Okay? By my mother-in-law. So this one, I got a few which I got to tell, but there's one happened a while ago, so I think I better tell it, first. It's going to be on my channel, all right? But I'm gonna talk about good stuff here. This is Talkin Smack. Talk to me about what you want to know about. I'm into everything, bro. Everything from ghosts to fucking, everything, bro. I love it all. All right? I love to talk about anything that you guys want to know about. We'll talk about it. Put it down. All right. Now I can finally stop fucking around. See you in the next video.